Yo, welcome back in, all you DPC rebels and resistant fighters. Dr. Shane's back with another Friday 5-minute magic tip. Hope you guys had a great week, great weekend. Hope your New Year's off to a great start. I hope you haven't broke your New Year's resolutions just yet. Looking forward to a great weekend, rest and relaxation. Got a quick little topic. Hopefully, get through this pretty fast, give you some good tips and information. Today is healthcare shoppable. I don't even know if shoppable is a real word or not, but can you shop around and find deals on healthcare? It's frequently talked about on social media and articles and videos. I see quite frequently people are talking about that healthcare is different than every other service, every other business, because it's not shoppable. You can't shop around, you can't find prices. There's no way to really shop. It's not like buying a TV where you can go and find prices at all different stores. Hear this a lot, read about it a lot. Typically, you hear this from administrators, academics, bureaucrats, people that are make their living off the healthcare system in some form or fashion, not necessarily providing healthcare. But you hear this quite frequently that healthcare is just not, you can't negotiate prices. Usually, when they talk about that, they always talk about emergencies. Oh, well, what about heart attack? Good luck buying something when you're having a heart attack. And that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about true emergencies, which obviously are not shoppable. And I'm going to talk about those things as well. Heart attack, strokes, things that are not true emergencies. What about the not emergency things that aren't emergencies? What are we talking about here? Love this quote from Mark Cuban, who said, quote, anything that can be scheduled can be negotiated, which is absolutely right. This is what we're talking about. What things can we shop for in healthcare? We understand that there are going to be some emergencies that you can't shop for. You can prepare for those things with insurance and making sure you know which local hospital facility would you go to if you were going to, if you needed a heart attack, treatment, or stroke, or where's the best place to go if you needed to do that. So what's the number? What is that magic number? How much healthcare is shoppable? Let's dive into it. I did some AI generated numbers, did some research, some background to look at a different, how that might break down. And I wanted to share that with you guys today. So switch over to some quick little video view here. So is healthcare shoppable? You see 70 to 80% is clearly shoppable. These are the routine things that we know we got to do all the time over and over again. Almost all of these are going to be scheduled in some form or fashion. You potentially could walk in, but most of them can be scheduled. Your primary care visits, specialist visits, elective surgeries, which almost all surgeries now are all elective, done outpatient. Even the major ones, hip replacements, knee replacements, all of these things. Imaging, labs, PT, OT, mental health, counseling, preventive care, all these things. You're talking about up to 80% of the healthcare, all shoppable and easy to schedule and shop around and get good prices. A next little subset, maybe 10, 15%, are more of the urgent care type things, the semi-urgent things that you would, hey, I need to get some help on this in the next day or two. Certainly not an emergency, but your minor illnesses or injury type things, anything you would go to an urgent care for, still planned, still very shoppable. You can look around in our community. We probably have 7 or 8 urgent care centers. Anything you would go there for, I can look online. I can see if this one's slow, fast, how long is it going to take me to get in? What's the price here? Do they have x-ray there? I can shop around and find the best urgent care in my community easy, going online and looking around at things. So most urgent or semi-urgent things, you can definitely take the time and figure out where's the best place to get that care. So that leaves about 10% or so, up to 10%. True emergencies that are not shoppable. If you look at the data, obviously you're talking about traumas, severe traumas, strokes, MI, sepsis, respiratory failure, anything that you're going to have to be hospitalized for, go to the emergency room for true emergencies. We know study after study after study shows as much as 95% of visits to ERs are non-emergency and never probably should have been there. So we see this lives about 90%, close to 90% of healthcare is shoppable. You can negotiate. You have time to look at prices. So why don't we shop around much in healthcare? Why don't we use that knowledge and go and shop around, find better places to get imaging labs, better procedures? The short answer is we don't have enough information. There's not an easy way to do that. Um, right now, you'd have to go through your DPC clinic and help them because they know connections and places to go. It would take a lot of work. You'd have to do some phone calls and to try to get the best places to get things done. A lot of places don't post their cash prices. The other big thing is for the most part, people aren't paying for their own health care. A large majority is going through insurance or Medicare, Medicaid, VA, and a lot of people aren't paying. So they don't really care what the price is because they're not paying. But as we see more and more changes to healthcare, deductibles get higher, the insurance gets higher, employers are more involved in the insurance market. The cost of care is getting more and more concerning. And as that shift costs over to employees and patients, really the cost of care becomes more dynamic and people want to find better places. So I think we'll begin to see more and more people offering cash prices, more and more things out on the internet. I think you'll see more of an Amazon type community out there of places where you can get cash procedures done and you can really shop for insurance. I think that's coming more and more. We've seen a little bit of that in the past. It hasn't caught on too much, but I think you'll see more and more a big AI-driven Amazon-like place where you can go and get prices in your community. So I think that's coming. It's just not really stable and good right now. Us DPC docs are real good at it. We spend a lot of time curating prices in our communities, so it really helps to have a good DPC physician in your camp if you're an employer or a individual out there needing regular care. So be on the lookout for that. And also just keep in mind when you see these articles and the people who say, hey, healthcare is different than every other service out there because you never know the price. It's just not true. The majority of prices can be found out and can be known. There are more and more providers out there giving prices. So I think it's going to be great. Looking forward. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Hope this has been a great magic tip for you. Hope to be back and give you some more